Not depression. God hates depressed people.
God hates depressed people. Oh boy, that. Right.
God likes
when my
raindrops because God makes the rain.
Okay.
Beauty, silly, swimsuit. Well, swimsuits aren't gonna work. Nor will Doki Doki. Both of those things sound like the devil's spawn. Rainbows! No, wait!
How about judgment?
Judgment! All people who like anime are damned to hell, so we can't pick that.
Okay.
Inferno, where he sends all the people who are damned to hell.
Oh, Jesus.
Boop?
Boop. Yes. The boop. And poof.
I think that God likes kitties.
This is definitely a interesting way to play the game.
Spinning, massacre. Well, we could say certain things about massacres, but we won't.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yes, precisely.
Determination?
No.
Feathers, because they're on angels.
I was going to say doves, but yes, that works fine. Pout lips with despised flower. Chocolate unrestrained. Gods cannot be restrained. Unending! For God is everlasting. Well.
Precious? Because all of God's
Jesus is the precious lamb! Adventure, peace, fluffy, sunny, breathe. Electricity? Nope. Doesn't work for me. The Amish are also convinced that that's evil. Strawberry? The Son of God is sunny. Misery, anxiety, secretive, captive, papa. Flying, essence, cheer, marriage. God loves marriage! Explode, hop, family, tenacious, journey, lust, bad! Tragedy, cheeks. Cheeks. Family! We're over halfway through. Infallible, because God is infallible. Disaster, disown, variance, awesome.
Puppies. God loves puppies.
No, God prefers kitties. God is awesome! Infinite, for God is infinite. God is happiness. Flee, promise existence. Warm, cry, question.
Maybe.
God only likes things that are natural. God created the ocean. But he hates philosophy.
Apparently.
Freud can suck it.
Atone?
You must atone before God. Forgiveness is divine. Last one. We have to pick carefully.
Heaven sent.
Heaven sent! May my poem please the Lord!
Hi again, Panda. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. I can't actually get away anyway. It's not like I have a choice. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Panda. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you.
Is that sarcasm, I sense?
Making you dive head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
The euphemisms.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the cloud room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Panda always gives it his best as long as he's having fun.
And as long as I am pleasing to God!
He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking and cleaning my room. How dependable.
How godly. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
It was on purpose.
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Panda can become good friends too. In a God-fearing, respecting manner, of course.
Of course, in a God-fearing and respected manner. Chastity until marriage. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori.
Me?
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
All right. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read.
Member of the Literature Club. Short read.
Short read. Right there. And we could,
study.
discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. No, I won't. You're lying!
Through your teeth. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. Scheduled. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. There better not be like a head in there or something. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. See what I mean?
Motivation.
He's a liar.
Yep.
I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. And the problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need to find a way of showing that to everyone. Something that really speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, no one will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing that speaks to creative minds.
What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare.
Sayori is losing her voice, is what's happening.
Yeah, clearly. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this.
Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick?
Yes!
What kind?
Pizza.
Well, I guess we could...
Protein powder and dietary fiber, and nothing else! I will show you the way! The whey protein.
The whey protein. Cupcakes!
Oh my god.
Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right! Natsuki makes the best cupcakes! That works out perfectly! That's not why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy! What's going on, Vanda?
Ugh.
Can't take the inane
The creative tummy? No.
creative tummy.
Monica and I are on the same page.
Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry! Anyways, we still need to work out the details of the event itself.
I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh boy. What? I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry! Wait! Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Too bad. Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you?
No, I'm just bored.
Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have to spend less time for anime, you know?
No anime, no bourbon.
You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
No. I can't even do that. Actually, the whole point is I doubt you. That's the doubt. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this.
My hair's just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger.
But no one would even notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
Jesus. Hey, you meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh, boy.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things.
Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid.
It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boots got bigger again.
Don't say that out loud!
It's not
Anyway.
pleasing to the Lord.
Yeah, right? You look much better now, so ready for church. Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Cover yourself, woman! Be modest!
Phew, that's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things!
I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, let's focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
That is not pleasing to the Lord. Fine, fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Aw, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Also, you're a liar.
Okay, everyone.
Eh? Monica suddenly calls out.
Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Panda, I can't wait to read yours.
Good! You must all hear the truth. Yeah, same. I feel to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okay, so we have 4 options. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monica.
Well, I mean, you're gonna go through all of them.
Oh, okay.
You just basically are choosing who you go for first.
Well, we have to go with the one who's most pleasing to God first.
And which one's more pleasing to God?
That's a good question. Well, let's think about these characters for a moment. Sayori is immodest and therefore besmirched.
Okay, Natsuki's
Natsuki, being a loli, is displeasing to God. So, between the two, Yuri likes horror, and that is ungodly. So we're going to go with Monica first.
Alright, we're going with Monica first.
I should start with Monica. Yes, you should, because Jesus is watching you. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Okay.
Hi, Panda. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring them things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway,
Ending with a preposition.
want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Please don't do that again. Every time she's gonna be like, ah ha ha, pop out the butt.
Well, in my playthrough, I kind of called it the F me pose.
Oh boy.
It does what it looks like
This
to
is
me!
a God-fearing stream!
Well, hence why I didn't say the F word. Don't worry, Panda. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like this one.
You are such a liar.
It makes me think of something Sayori would like.
It's pleasing to God, not her! Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common.
Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case, but there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I guess that's the kind of vibe I get when I'm reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Well, that's just the plot of Inside Out. Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. No, you won't! Be a good Christian boy! It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing things.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way that everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Only Jesus.
Uh-huh. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's just because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Do you want me to read it in her?
Sure.
Okay. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction that the spackle protrudes. A nosy neighbor. An angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. Blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
So
what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing and the word between the words and the line.
Oh boy, she's a slam poetry fan, isn't she?
When performed out loud, it can be very powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you can say I've had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany? An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today.
Poke tips.
Thanks for listening. So, who's next?
No, that's a good question.
I would assume it would go Yuri, Sayori, and Natsuki in order of favoredness to God.
Yeah, precisely. Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
That's something normal that happens every day. It's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
Ah, so it's that bad.
No. Did I just raise my voice?
Yes.
Ooh, I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. She can't scream because she's secretly a banshee. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes, and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I've learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing is that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and then form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you could be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well... never mind. I shouldn't really be talking about people like that.
Then why did you start?
Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh boy, foreshadowing.
Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. What? It's just calm, right?
Calm. Semicolon.
Okay.
That's a semicolon.
I'm sorry, it looked like a G from here.
Calm. Semicolon. New clause.
Calm. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
Oh god, is this the Matrix?
Yes, they're all secretly living in the Matrix, Panda.
No one uses a semicolon!
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Eh? That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Hoo-hoo.
Hoo-hoo!
Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Panda.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work.
Foreshadowing!
They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost.
Or not so symbolically.
Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, Natsuki.
I thought it was Sayori.
No, Natsuki is at least modest.
Modest. She's a modest lowly, so she's above Sayori. Got it.
She's one step up in the legions of hell.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me.
Well, excuse me, princess.
It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass. You're thinking dirty thoughts, Panda. That's not pleasing to God.
Well, anyways, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, people can fly. No, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it.
People can fly.
Yes, people can fly. Yep.
Well, at least it was short.
Yeah. Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all like sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for the rhyme at the end, but made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if that's the case, oh boy. Oh no! No!
Yeah, she's a
No, Panda! I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuke is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
Finally.
Oh, well. Come hither, Hellspawn.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, Panda!
Eh?
I love it!
Yeah, you would.
I had no idea you were such a good writer!
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poems, it's not just a poem, it's a panda poem! And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Panda. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah! And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you... Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem now too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I would bet this. It's my favorite poem. I love this poem. Every poem should end with "I want breakfast" or "I want breakfast."
You can't even say it correctly.
I want breakfast. I want breakfast.
Breakfast to break the fast, as in the time of our Lord. You went to sleep after saying your prayers, and you fasted to honor the Lord in your sleep, so you wouldn't have dirty thoughts. Don't have dirty thoughts in your sleep. It's not pleasing to God. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
Huh? This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. Yeah. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on... My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Wait, why are they showing us her internal dialogue!
I believe she actually did say that out loud. I think it's supposed to be a whisper.
That's not how you syntax that! Whatever. Okay.
Just move on.
I guess it is out loud.
Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up.
I actually didn't get that either.
How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Panda did too.
I mean, is there anything Sayori doesn't like?
That's true. And so based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Panda liked my poem too, you know, because he's the only one that matters here.
It's true. Well, I mean, protagonists.
He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. That's not what I... Ooh, you're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Panda appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh, and how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the Oh, I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Panda started showing up.
A whole size bigger.
We're talking about ungodly things. Does this knock her down a peg now?
Oh boy, I don't know. Well, that's 46C.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I can't do both of you at the same time.
This doesn't involve you! Anyway.
I don't like fighting you guys!
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Panda, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your points all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader and not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Panda. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Panda? Well...
I guess any combo characters I'll just do.
And that screeching voice, perfect. Well,
how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with If you don't know anything about writing, why are you saying whomever? They'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be...
Yeah, who do you get to choose here? You can say. You can totally say it.
Find out next time!
Find out next time!
Yeah, I think we're done for now.
You'll just have to find out next time who he gets to choose to...
We don't even have a name for this series. Find out next time on Doki Doki Literature Club. Narrated by Panda and...
Rockstar!
Hooray!